I'm sure we'll have time to go over it, or at least one of each. So we'll just start with the peach one. 111.50 is the peach one you said, right?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You see the video game?
I do.
Nice. Okay, so
I
it's
see
this
what he
game,
said.
the FD one.
Um,
Is
I
this correct?
I think that is game one, so I just kind of linked a
Okay, let
game.
me the specific game you prefer.
We can do this one. I mean, I don't know. I think this game I felt like I threw or something. Also, FD is kind of like different dynamically than some other stages. Um,
Yeah, that's true. We can go
so
over a different
yeah,
stage if you want.
or either
Uh,
that, or if you think that might be a good thing. Um, I don't care, dude. Honestly, I think that I have so much to learn on like anything, whatever you think would. If you think that learning a
that makes
stage, I'd
sense.
probably come along like more often.
Let's go late into. You want to do this
Oh,
battlefield
you know
one?
what? Maybe that was a handworm or something. That FT. No, I just. Oh, I wasn't updating scores because I was playing. That's why. I forgot. But yeah, we can do Battlefield.
All right, Twitch needs to be easier. All right, sweet. Uh, okay. So I think you get some needles, and I think so. Platforms are a way to reposition, right? But I think you're in a pretty good position here, and I think going above kind of makes you in a slightly worse position because if they're up here, then going directly on top of Peach gets you kind of blended. Going down here could get you hit out of the air. So I'll probably either drop down or jump and throw the needles or do some sort of maybe dash shield drop and or something. But yeah, I'll probably just go down. I don't think going up here is that good because then you're in a new position that's actually worse. And this is
I
why,
feel
right?
like I actually
Uh,
remember this game and what was going through my head. I thought I told myself I was gonna like try and use top platform. I know I thought that in one of the games because I was like, "Fuck, I'm losing. Let me try something." So it might be this game, and yeah, it fucking I'm getting like up tilted or something right here already.
yeah, it's kind of awkward. Like I can't. It's weird that they went for up tilt, but
They probably meant to up
so
smash or something.
basically, like you could have gone up here and then like charged a million needles and then reacted to them going here and then gone back down here, and like just played a very patient game just where you really care about getting needles. And that's like perfectly fine. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, like going up here is because if you come back down, then it's not the best risk reward wise. But also like when you get up tilted in the face, um, if you didn't jump afterwards, I think you could have salvaged it, right? So here you get up tilted, and
Oh,
then you imagine you fast fall instead, and
yeah,
then you just do a short hop rising back air to kick the dumb down smash. Uh,
yeah. I like panic jump a
uh,
lot, I guess is the way of putting it.
yeah, it's difficult.
Or like jump out of
Okay, so what
combos.
happens here? Yeah, it's like a hard habit to break. So this is good. You reposition. You can also just drop and back air here. So that way you just like actually just get to bear the shield. You don't have to like play around this. Uh, so now you have to like make like a reaction or like maybe F tilt this, which is not easy. But at least Peach can't jab you because she's facing the wrong way. So you could F tilt this with on reaction, even though it's not easy. This is good. You crouched and then you let go of crouch. So,
I
but
have
if
a
you
bat.
just
Yeah, I
held
do
crouch,
that a lot.
yeah,
I need to do more
that
of
would have
that.
been cash money. So if you get grabbed, especially if they don't instantly throw, do your best to react. See how they pummeled? They really shouldn't if they're gonna do F throw. Um, Anytime I get grabbed, always DI for F throw because every other throw is reactable. So if you see the up throw animation, then you DI away, which is like left. But uh, or at least usually it depends on like if there's a platform or whatever. But yeah, usually if they up throw, you react and then you hold left. But if I get grabbed, I always switch to holding up and right because that's the optimal DI for forward throw. And forward throw is unreactable, but every other throw is reactable. If it's down throw, you hold down and right. In this case, up, yeah.
Sorry, I was just typing, but yeah, that's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I was typing it.
Uh, so yeah, that happens. I think you can just like see this and then, like, I would just dip low and then up B to ledge. So this isn't even like a mix-up. You just get ledge for free. So you don't have to like get hit in the face by the turnip. Okay, that's just unfortunate. Okay, that's also not. It's not bad because like in that kind of situation, you're not in a great spot. Like sometimes you might be biting off more than you can chew by like trying to run to center, but I also think you wave landed like in place sort of. Let's see. So yeah, you messed that up. But then here. Well, I guess you didn't, but yeah, you don't have that many frames. But imagine if you wave landed and then just shield it again, and then you shield drop fair. That's like an option you can do. Um, you could also wave land back. I call that the Swedish, where like
Like
you
off the
go,
platform or
yeah,
just
wave land to
okay.
the left. So like,
So you
so
go
if
all
you
the
just
way
wave
off?
land, yeah, and then like he'll space a fair or something. He does that against Fox more often, but it
Okay.
is a good, it is a decent tool. I also think if you buffer roll once, like before any of that happened, like so you buffer rolled once, like this is actually I don't have too much to say about it because like you just kind of messed up the execution. Uh, yeah, I probably like buffer rolling twice is actually good there. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think yeah, being good at onslaught teching that just to like chump check them, like I'm down for that for sure. 'Cause a lot of peaches don't do great in that regard. What do we have to say about this? Okay, this is fine. Yeah, as soon as I see this like turnip, I think I just kind of nair through it. So I see this position. So this is fine. This is fine. Although maybe I think I would bear again, but like that's not a big deal. And I see this. I would just rising nair through it.
Does
Uh,
it not like
and then if they bear on me, I'll
if
just
you
like
nair,
hold down and down
it'll
smash
like
or something.
beat it, and even if it's like bunk in my head area, going like directly above. I just have no idea. So like nair will beat that going straight up, like usually.
You might have to turn around. Yeah, I think it's fine, but then I'm just worried
Okay.
about getting bared afterwards. But if you nair through the turnip and then they bear on you, you're at 0, so then you just like down smash after you land.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, I think it is fine. And then another bad jump into like the blender, but I would probably roll to the left or something. Yeah, a lot of time against Peach, you could just spam roll. Ooh. Yeah, I think I know Peach's down smash is hard to punish on shield, but if you wave dash and then down smash
Yeah, that
yourself,
was the
it's like not
shrooms,
scary at
right? We
all.
talked
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that, I think.
yeah.
Or is that when you down smash their shield, you can wave dash, down smash again?
No. Yeah, when they down smash your
Okay, that's what I
shield,
thought.
you should wave dash that shield down
Down
smash.
smash,
Because if
okay.
they spot dodge, you just get them anyway, so that there's no need to be afraid. Okay, so what do we talk about here? Oh, yeah, this is kind of awkward here. So you roll here, you roll there, you roll there. Like
Whatever.
if you like so you jump, but if you drifted like
Like backflip.
no drift or backflip, you would be able to slap this. Um this is kind of awkward. Like you could bear, but then you get blended because it's like weak. So it's a good choice to shield there. You do the same bear wave dash away like 2 or 3 times right here. I think like if you just turn, like I think last time we sort of talked about this, like if you bear and then instantly turn around F tilt, especially when they're facing the wrong way, it's very good. Uh, and that wouldn't have worked here because they rolled away probably, but uh yeah, but you do actually here wouldn't have been great because you don't have that many frames, but you could dash away instead or dash jump away instead of wave dashing away. Um, so imagine if you dashed here and then jumped again and you get to back air this in the face. Uh,
I try and use those rising bears a lot versus Peach. I mean, not Peach, but like Spaceys.
mm-hmm. Uh,
I feel like I could just like grab that or something. Like I feel like I jump so much unnecessarily, or like go to the platforms without any idea or intention of like how to use them.
mm-hmm. Yeah, platforms are a good way to reposition. I think that's the best way to think about them. If you try to attack from them, it's like not great, but so you go here, you're set to neutral, and then you set up this jump, but you whiff a bear, and when like I would say the odds of it hitting are like 1 in 3. Like they would have to, when you see this float, like they would have to fully hold forward for this bear to work. So when I see it, I would probably empty land, fast fall, dash away, and then if I see them land, then I'll like dash attack it or something. Uh, but yeah, you have a good mix up here. I think a lot of this game is kind of you on the platforms or you rolling a lot, and so Peach doesn't feel super scared. But it's all part of the process. Okay, good DI. Okay, you go here. So I think I would probably like run off reverse needle here, and then it would hit them when they're up here, and then it leads to run off fair. So run off reverse needle, and then run off fair. And that's a good sequence. Okay. Yeah, I think you use the platform like so far in like 50 seconds. You've used it like 5 times to like reposition, but it's getting like really predictable. So they're gonna just nair you in the face. You could also just F tilt like the landing here, uh, or down tilted or anything like
I like
that. So
spam F tilt versus like Spaceys and fast followers, but I have such a bad habit of never using it against floaties. I just use like down tilt and stuff. I need to.
yeah, yeah, down tilt might work.
Yeah,
it's a little harder like
I just
percent
need to use
wise.
F
They might
tilt
not pop
more.
up.
I've been trying to think about it. This set, there was a lot I felt like I was like trying to think about, but I was just like you don't have time to like really think and play at the same time. I need to like grind it
Yeah.
out more.
Oh, well, that was cool. I would probably like. I think it's just too hard to like try to play with the turnip. I would probably so after this, so you go for this down smash, and then they don't land. So I think it was kind of awkward for you. But you could probably run up, jump, and then like drift back, and then like beat this up, or just like wave dash here and then like play around it based on what you see. Um, So like I probably just go low and then like play some mix up where I maybe barely land on stage. But this is cool. Landing a fair on this term is really hard. But then you should up B straight up into it.
I think I was
Uh,
trying to, and my up B got 8 or something like that. This was West Coast to East Coast. I do that's specifically what I was trying to do, but fucked it up. Probably
okay.
did it too fast. I usually if I fucking input up, I'm usually like inputting it too fast, like I while I'm in lag from something else.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah, that happens a lot. Uh, okay.
I accidentally full up so
So
much.
so you see when you shield drop, you kind of already can tell like they're outside this range. So I if you shield drop, I like to like waveland back and then down tilt because they are always going to slap this spot. I think after enough times you see it, you kind of know it's going to happen. So like we can rewatch it like right. So after you see that it kind of lagged for a second, like right here. Uh, you could also land and then crouch, and then and then you just CC down smash this, or CC grab if you're feeling up to the task. It's a little slower, but yeah. Uh, okay, that was a weird grab. I think you just trying to nair. Okay, so you dash attacked the
I think
landing
I probably
here.
wanted to run up down tilt is what, knowing myself, what I think that dash to center stage was.
That makes sense.
Or like F tilt or
I think you
something, but
could.
knowing myself, probably down
Uh,
tilt.
yeah, it's hard to deal with this. So like, I think a better thing is like if you run up, way dash back, and then down, try to down tilt, or run up right here and then jump, and then like jump like not drifting forward, and then if you see it, you just slap it. Uh,
It's like committing too hard. It's like I'm going in like knowing what I want to do rather than just playing the
mhm,
situation.
yeah. Okay, nice. So far, like I guess the best way to describe this game is you've bled so much. You've kind of just like there wasn't much neutral, like yeah, like I don't think much neutral was really played at all. Because I think you felt uncomfortable, so it's like you were like, okay, I'm gonna use the platform to go here and reposition, and then I'm gonna like just like attack from, you either attack from a weird angle or you just keep being like, nope, I don't like this position, I'm gonna reposition. But then Peach is right there and it's like, oh, I guess I'll nair you for free. So it was one of those two where you're like, oh, I'm going to go to this platform and it's actually not good for you to go there, or you go there even though it's good, but it's pretty obvious like they can just hit you for doing it, like you don't have enough time to do that. And then after that there's like there's kind of just um like things like dash attacking out of the corner, things like that, where the risk reward is not good. I think you feel maybe it's just because the lack of grinding the matchup, but I think you feel like you need to end neutral like fast, like you're like you don't feel comfortable, so you want to like you either want to win it or lose it like right away.
Yeah, I think I feel that way a lot. Honestly, I don't like it when games go on long. I like start getting nervous and stuff. Like start overextending, like with that edge guard and.
So that was really good. So you played center really well there. So you like you use different jumps and drifts to like be scary. This is pretty good. Although maybe you could go here and then you'd be able to maybe down to whatever landing. But like this is still for the most part pretty good. And I think this way dash away, you didn't need to do it all. And you set up this full hop, which is really good. You set up another empty jump, and then you encroach on their space after you like see what happened, and then you set up this fair and they explode. So you like just thoroughly outplayed them there. But the edge guard is like really bad. uh, uh, so this is sick. And then, so you have the full hop needles. I would probably go up here, wait a sec, and then either dash full
Do
hop
like
or
the
dash
needle
short
wall.
hop, and then get this giant wall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
make
the
them go
wall
to
we talked
ledge
about.
or get hit.
Yeah, it just takes it just takes practice. But what happened? Okay, yeah, it's kind of just flub. Yeah, and then yeah, that's why I don't like doing the whole chasing thing. That when they're floating up in the air, I'll probably like find a, or maybe I'll land and then instantly just without doing an air, I'll just land and run off the center and then do a back air to beat them up for doing this. But yeah. Okay. Dang. So I will say this Peach is also not doing much neutral either. They're just kind of uh maybe they're calling you out when you go to the platform because you do it a lot. And they just kind of attack otherwise, like, oh, you are here, I will nair at that spot, or oh, you're here, I will dash attack that spot. Uh, and then like Peach hits like a giant truck. So that's kind of my opinion on this match so far.
I know
But
this
then
isn't
again,
their
Peach
first
doesn't
game.
have that much neutral to play, I guess, because like just she's slow, so like if she can attack you, then that's just a decent decision to make.
Dude, like every F tilt I've done is hit, like every single one.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good. So here, maybe instead of running off like just full hop in place and then instant needles like that. I think that's pretty good. Oh wow, he did it again. Yeah, this is kind of what I'm saying when like chasing Peach or Puff when they are up in the sky is not a great game to play. I probably like Shark while just staying patient here. Maybe you could also turn around so you have access to Bear, because Bear kind of goes up like that. Fair kind of goes down. So having this angle is helpful sometimes. Okay, that was a little scary. They could have like nared you in the face. Oh yeah, this happened. And then okay, you got buried on the way down. Yeah, I think fair would have been better because like up air doesn't kill, but like I mean you just get the hang for when stuff kills later. That was really good. So you did like a no fast fall, and because you did the no fast fall, they couldn't do like their like obvious like I'm gonna punish your aerial thing. Yeah, that was a really good run up shield. You just like took the entire stage by doing that. And you stayed relatively safe. Like if they did like a sub float in air, you would have been able to buffer roll or something. So this is really good. And then you just like play around it because you took all the stage, which is very good. Like that's kind of what we want to see more of. So you threw away the needles. Nice. Oh wow, that ledge dash was super invincible. Okay, so this is all really good. You kind of just abuse good ledge dash. And then here, I guess, yeah, it's hard to like see in the moment, but you just like did fair F tilt because I think you weren't sure if something was gonna hit or not. But if you didn't do this F tilt, you would have been able to be like, I slapped you, and now I'm gonna like walk forward or like way dash forward.
Yeah.
So then you just take all the stage, and then you run away again. This is kind of what we talked about last time, where like you're in a good spot, and then you're like, I'm a little uncomfortable, and then you go here, and then Peach is like, nice, and then the Peach just like attacks, and then you're like, well, I have no more space. But like, you didn't have to roll away, and then you could have turned it into a much better position. But luckily, they just kind of vibe up here, so now you just take the space back again. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, I think maybe in place Needle Storm would have been better because it would have hit, and yeah. If you miss that dash Needle Storm and they just go around you, and that's kind of rough. Oh dang.
Get the fair again, and I missed Uppy again.
Yeah, so this is kind of F tilt city right here. Yeah, a lot of F tilts you could do on this piece does a lot of bears, and you can kind of just F tilt them. I think naring through the turnips is easier than fairing it, but if you can fair it by all means, because it's like it's a shorter animation, so I guess it's better. Yeah, got up, be straight up. You just gotta get the hang of it, I guess.
Whoop.
But yeah, let's see. What can I say about that game? Yeah, the Peach kind of like did a lot of bears, did a lot of dash attacks, and then you chased. I think it was kind of like you sealing your own fate rather than them doing too much. They like did these bears. They did these dash attacks, but like you also like. You chase them when they're up in the sky. You did like an edge guard that if you, that's like if you miss, you actually get reversaled on if you miss the edge guard, and that happened a couple of times. In neutral, you either went to a platform where you didn't need to, like it actually put you in a worse position to go to the platform, or you went to it where you didn't have enough time to like run off and then. Run off and then bear them or whatever, so you just got nared in the face. Maybe you could waveland to the platform and then shield instead of trying to run off, and then if they attack you, you can maybe shield drop fair. But yeah, not great to just like go for so much when Peach is right in your face. And then you can F tilt a lot of landings. You didn't do that too much. You didn't abuse center too much except that one or two times when you actually did, and then you like destroyed them. And when you have center, you kind of just rolled away sometimes. Other than that, maybe like stuff like you try to end neutral immediately, but this is a very neutral matchup. You got to be comfortable playing it, like sort of like you're in the corner and you're like, I'm gonna dash attack, but like the odds of that working aren't very high. Or like you went for this like fully drift in fair, I forget, and then like they just didn't drift fully into you, and so you lost neutral because of that. Stuff like that. But anyway, we can look at the Pappi set now if you want.
Yeah, I'm
So we
down.
can
I
make sure
think
we
that the one
cover
I linked you
everything.
is actually a good game for it too. Might be game one, which is where I
Uh,
think I started getting frustrated, and not a good game to get frustrated in. But yeah, it just some shit didn't go my way, and I wasn't happy. I think I don't even remember. I was me and Poppy usually have really close sets, and I think I was getting upset that like it wasn't, and I need to like not.
mm.
But I don't know. I don't know. I got kind of fucked this set a little bit.
Yeah, it's easy to get dejected and
Oh
overwhelmed,
my gosh, I forgot about
especially
that. I missed my
against.
wall jump, dude. That would have bodied him. You see that?
Yeah,
You see that?
that would have been swag. Ah,
What is swag as
ah,
hell?
ah.
Yeah, we can go over like a little bit, just like see what I do in like Sheik Falco, and it's I like playing Poppy, so
Yeah. Do you have a game you prefer?
maybe game one, that or
Is this FD game one or is it the Yoshi's one?
probably Yoshi's.
Weird how Twitch has this timestamp and it shows FD, but it's just not FD. What is this? Okay.
Yeah, okay. I was
Uh,
see those things. I think we
uh,
there we go. Yeah, there's the hand warmer. Okay.
okay. Nice. You just go here. You do this bear. This is great. I
I
wonder if
feel a
you can
lot more
like
comfortable, I
double.
feel like, against Falco in terms of like knowing what things I want to look for than I do against Peach.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that even in like the first like second. Um, you go for this. I think you can double jump waveland on the top platform because if you full hop here, you could, especially at this percent, you could just get down right afterwards. But actually, I think they didn't like do like a runoff. They did a jump, so you can actually just empty land, see this, and then shield, and then nair to shield or something. Probably with a full hop nair to shield because they're at illegal percent otherwise. But yeah, you could have like landed and shielded. So they didn't actually do anything there. They kind of just attacked you when you could have been fine with dealing with that. So okay, you went for a shield grab. Yeah, maybe a little risky. Okay, that's what I want to talk about after that. So they sharked you out of the air and you did the thing. I think. Wait, what happened? I think you could like double jump and waveland. I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, I guess this is
What
fine.
Nashi said.
Because you had to drift away from the stuff. You get sharked with up air, that's fine. Um, you can maybe wave dash out shield instead of shield dropping. Not a big deal. Yeah, I think it's fine. And then you go for the shield grab, which is kind of risky. It's a pretty good dare on their part, so
Yeah,
you have to
Poppy's
gamble to go
pressure
for
is
that.
like better than 90% of the Falcons I play, and I have some bad habits because of it, honestly.
So if you stand
And you
here,
play more friendlies with
a
me for that.
really good thing is to wait, and then you just see the cringe bear, and then you F tilt it, like you turn around F tilt it, or
That is pretty cringe.
yeah. So like if so, you go here in this really good spot, uh, and it's very likely like they were not going to go for like a running nair or dare because they're in like a very pressured spot, and I think they were. I could be mistaken, but were they shielding? Yeah, they were shielding. So they actually can't dash nair or dare. So if you just wave dash here, you're completely safe. They could maybe jump reverse laser, or they could bear out a shield. Almost every Falco will bear out a shield, and you get to a free F tilt or something.
That's
But
fast, number one
instead,
in
you run
NorCal.
away. As soon as you wave
Yeah.
dash, you run away. And you set up this rising fair thing. I don't know what it does, and so they didn't outplay you here. You just kind of were like, here, you want to win neutral, and then they bear you for free. Uh, so far you lost this stock, but like you kind of, I think you outplayed them. You outplayed them twice, and they didn't outplay you at all, and you lost your stock.
Dude, I hate this.
So
You're
the
reaffirming everything I think.
yeah. So the most important thing in melee is not letting that happen. And melee is very, very painful in that regard. So you got this bear, but you used a full hop. But even though it was a full hop, it was still good. You could have landed and played around it, but you kind of like floundered, I guess you call it. So you didn't do anything afterwards. You got dared, even though you could have like landed and then shielded or landed and then punished the cringe dare. And then they got a punish. You jumped out, it was fine. You got sharked by an up air, that was fine too. And then you outplayed them again. But then you just like you didn't like punish the F tilt, or with F tilt you ran away. And then you just like ran at them and rising fared, and then you gave them a free bear, and then they killed you off of it. Okay, so what happened here? Okay, that's really good. So like, this full hop is amazing for like dealing with this zone. Yeah, I like this a lot.
I like it because you
But
can land on the platform, you can like fall through it, you can like do a lot. Yeah, it's big too.
Yeah, it's just a really good option. I think wave dash away is also fine. But yeah, this is kind of why, because if you short hop, you could get clipped by this bear, but if you full hop, you're just out of there, and then you get a free thing. Good turnaround F tilt. That's what we want to see more of. I believe so. You have frame advantage, and I think you use it decently. I think you might be able, if you have like very good timing and you just dash JC grab perfectly after you get something like this. I think you can just grab him, like and it'll catch his backward movement. If he like, the only way you could like deal with it is if he does a frame perfect shine, which no human would ever do out of that situation. Doesn't make sense. But yeah. So, but yeah, it worked out. Dang. That's his execution. So once again, they did not outplay you. Oh, that sucks.
Cringe, back throw.
Yeah. Do you use the C stick?
Yeah, I'm just really bad, dude.
I think that's so. I think it's easy to mess this up when you use C stick, but the best habit to like make sure that this doesn't happen is so the C stick down is like super different from when you're using analog stick, you pummel, you wait for the pummel in, and then you flick. But the C stick is like the opposite. So you just pummel, and then I immediately slide to the C stick. So during the pummel, I'm just holding the C stick immediately the whole time. And then that weird difference in maneuvering, yeah, you just hold it, and then it'll just happen. Whereas in the other case, it's just like pummel, flick. It's just like pummel and hold. And once you get the hang of that, then these won't happen. Because if you're even slightly off on your angle, you'll back throw or forward throw. It's like kind of weird. But only if you're late.
I might use analog again.
So even if you got the down throw, I think you didn't actually pummel buffer. Does that make sense? Because you flick the stick after the lag of the pummel ended.
Okay.
Okay, this is good. Ooh. So yeah, you got this F tilt and you got like sort of frame advantage. I think you just jump and then you set up fairs. I think that is good. Yeah, I don't think you didn't have enough time to get that dash grab, but you could have set up fairs. I think that would have been fine. I think this is okay. Nice.
Ah, we take those.
I think you can actually afford to like. I used to think this was scrubby until I found out like. So if you just like wave dash here and then face them, you can actually just kind of down smash because the front of Sheik's down smash startup has invincibility. So like even if they ledge dash shine, you'll just be invincible. But yeah, I think you could get a few needles. Yeah, after they die, you can get a few needles probably. Yeah. Like jump here and then get a few needles is probably what I would do, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. So I think this is fine. Like you deal with their spawn invincibility by going here. The wavelands are a little chunky, like you go up high and then you fall on them, but you could also dip low, double jump, and instantly waveland on them. That's like the proper movement versus ices. I don't know if you've ever, like in Sheik versus ices, if you like do this kind of movement where you're like, I'm going up and I waveland down. Instead of going down and then wavelanding up here really fast, if you do the first one, you'll just get upper in the face because ices like, oh, he's up here, and
Yeah,
you
I
go like that, and
honestly,
then
I
he's
used to
low.
double jump Waveland for mine, and just in my head, I was like, damn, I probably shouldn't do this because if I get hit out of double jump, so I just kind of started switching, but I didn't really think of it like that. So I
Yeah,
really
if you
do
dip
like the double
lower, then
jump
you're just
Wavelanding.
super safe if you do it right. Yeah, if you go
Okay,
low, it'll just be like really fast waveland up here.
okay,
So
I'm able
that's
to
sort of
do
similar
that,
where
and I've
like
practiced that a lot. That's honestly how I've spent more time Wavelanding probably. But I
nice.
had that
Okay, so
conscious.
here so this is a kind of an awkward spot. In a spot like this, I like to buffer roll to the left a lot. So I'll do this fair and be like, oh, this is weird. I buffer roll to the left, and then I'm in a good spot, and I get to like run off bear or something like that. But this is like you played the situation decently, but you also could, if you did the roll thing, I think it would just be a lighter load. Like it's like a better situation, I think, than like here. It's pretty awkward here, but it's not terrible. Okay. So here, what happens is like, uh, so this is fun, and I think once again, like if you imagine if you dashed here and short hop bared or something, yeah, this is kind of one of your biggest issues where like you have center and you have a good spot, and you're like, I'm leaving, and then you do this wave dash, and you go here, which gets if you go here, that gets rid of all of your scariness, right? But then you also run up shield here. And that, I guess that does let you take away your lost space, but also you don't get center, like you cornered yourself by going all the way here. So maybe if you run up shielded here, would have been okay. But yeah, going here put you in a pretty bad position. So you're in a good position, you turned it into a worse position, and then so you had like center, and then you left center, so it became like kind of neutral again but you didn't need to do that. And then you went here, and then you cornered yourself. And then yeah, this is kind of awkward. This bear, I'd probably like do maybe a wave dash, and so instead of shield dropping there. So once you put yourself in this spot, um, once you put yourself in this spot, like and hold shield, maybe you could wave dash and then shield again, like buffer shield again after wave dashing. And then if they do like a cringe aerial, you can like shield it and then play around that. Or if you're really greedy, you can buffer roll to the left. But yeah, shield dropping on them is very scary. I'm very uncomfortable when I do that. You can wave dash back out of shield after they bear you here, when you're down here. And then that could make you in a decent position. Because here is like, so if you wave dash here, you got a little more space, so I feel less uncomfortable. Here, you can also buffer roll to the left. I probably would do that here too. Like as soon as they do this nair under, and then I'm like shielding up here, I'll probably buffer roll here, because if I shield drop on them, it feels uncomfortable, especially if they're at 0. They'll just get hit by a weak bear and then double jump and bear me back or something. Okay, so this is similar to before. So what happened here? You do this, you go here, you do this bear, and I'll probably set up more bears. Maybe even delay them a bit, so it's just a mix-up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, entirely. Like just like timings between like fast fall, like non-fast fall, like just rising, falling.
Yeah. And then here, but instead you do a wave dash, and wave dash puts you in lag, right? The reason wave dash is good is it gives you access to your tilts, but it puts you in some lag. So imagine if they came down right as you did this wave dash, then you're at frame disadvantage, and like you also lose your good positioning that you had. So you didn't need to do that. You could have, if you really wanted to go here, you could dash and then maybe do a bear like that. But also not only that, you use the wave dash and then you to go like all the way here, and then you turn around and you do this fair. But bear is actually better. Like imagine if they shielded this fair, then you're in a kind of awkward spot. But if you just do bears on the shield, the bears are just safe on the shield. Uh, so even though this mix-up won, it you like did the wave dash, which you didn't need to do the wave dash, and then you also turned around and you didn't need to turn around. Uh, so if you just did a bear, that just would have been better, and it still would have worked. And actually would have been better because if you do a bear here, then you can like maybe get a grab or like maybe start fairing afterwards. But anyway, this is fine. I think that was weird. Yeah, they just kind of read you going out. They just won the mix up, I guess. Okay. I'm not sure what to say about that weird F smash mix up though. Yeah, I think I would see this spot dodge. Yeah, yeah, maybe I would try to set up fairs. Maybe I would also get F smashed. It's just a mix up between hold shield or don't hold shield at that point.
Yeah, I think he was like, he really wanted that stock, like, before I got another one. I don't know, before I got too much extra percent.
Yeah, it's just they did like a high risk high reward thing, and so I mean
Yeah,
sometimes
exactly.
it pays
If
off,
I would have got a
sometimes
grab off that, it would have been pretty bad.
yeah, exactly. So that was really good. This is really good. I think you're supposed to forward throw here, but down throw's like not terrible. But
You just hold my position at F
yeah.
tilt. I always try and like wave dash back or like try and move on side B or something, but I need to just immediately do a move. I don't respect how fast it is. I always think I can like do something to stop it. I need to just like the second I see it, just do something. I feel like
yeah.
jump
So
nair, like F tilt, like
yeah. If you stand still, you can F tilt, or it depends on the height. Like maybe down smash, or dash instant nair, but like, or just instant nair in general. But like, honestly, it's a net play thing because if you have QB on, your audio is 5 frames delayed. If you have Wasabi on, but you can't like stream with Wasabi on, right?
yeah, mine's definitely
So yeah.
off. Like I did also, dude. I hate tech chasing on net play. I've been tech chasing so well on land. Actually, I've been happy about that. But yeah,
Nice.
the side B
Yeah.
shit is like really rough. I don't have Wasabi. I never feel like that though. I was always in the moment. I always just feel like I get bugged.
Yeah, you're like, alright, let's do it.
Oh, dude, this is. Oh my god, yeah. This is why I thought this is game one, and then this happens immediately after.
Oh my god.
No, literally, like this game is fucked, bro. Dude, I suck.
Yeah, it's kind of just an execution thing. So like, you do this nair kind of low. So I think if you're not gonna react, you could at least be like, I'm going to do a hitbox, where if you side B exactly now, I will defeat you. So this is like, yeah, this is hard to deal with. Maybe you could shield it and then wave dash and then grab it. And then here, I think you just have to dip lower and then time it a little differently. I think that's just practice a certain amount. So you do this F tilt, which you could have gotten bared for. I think it's kind of obvious they're gonna shield after their side B. So it's kind of, so this cringe thing happens and you mistime it. So I think it's pretty obvious they're gonna shield, right? So maybe you could just grab it, or you could dash away, and then if you see the cringe bear out of shield, you just dash attack it. It's pretty good. Okay, this happens. Yeah, this sucks. So I would claw grip here. That helps me deal with this kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never tried that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So on the left side, I can use the palm of my hand to like control my drift, to do the C stick, and then also control my drift completely. But on the right side, I just claw grip. It's the same thing when they up B and I have to run off double jump fair. I just claw grip on the right side because then, especially Fox, I don't want to get burned, so I drift like perfectly. So that helps me a lot. Yeah.
Interesting. I'll try
Claw
that
grip,
because I
think
do
a
use
Sheik is
claw.
good for specific things. I don't have anything to say about this.
Yeah. That's why I forgot. That's why I got so tilted. Yeah.
Yeah, you could have definitely just won that game. And like honestly, so I don't even think you noticed it yourself because it was like an even game, but like I think you outplayed them more than they outplayed you by like twice. Like I think the things you got hit by were like, oh, you hit them, but then you like didn't shield afterwards, so you lost your stock. Or like, oh, you
Bro, no, I
you
trust
were
me, I
inside
feel it
and then you
so hard.
Yeah. Or like, oh, you had center, but you left, and then you also did, and then you gave them neutral. It's not like, I guess they did win neutral, but you were also like, I'm gonna do this thing that covers like 1 out of 100 things, and then Yeah, and then if it's wrong, you win neutral. And so they're just like, oh, I guess I take your stock now, because he did that weird fair. But yeah, so it's like kind of stuff like that. Um, that's why fighting Spaceys is like deeply difficult because it's like, man, it's very punish
Reversal
centric.
City.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. If you held shield, maybe you could shield drop bear that them attacking you on the platform. Oh wow, I can't believe that up tilt. That was insane. I've never done that in my life. Uh, yeah, so this is kind of like what Mango does, where he just does deep aerial, deep aerial. You stuffed him with the up tilt the first time. Okay, they just kind of do janky pressure here, deep aerial, cross up aerial, deep aerial. Yeah. So what we can do about this, so buffering is like perfectly fine. Like you just get out of there if you buffer roll. You could just spam it, honestly. Yeah, that grab wasn't gonna work. I think it's just like a case by case. You get the hang of it. So you do this up tilt.
Then you know, buddy. I have like 10 minutes left in the Spark lesson. How's everyone doing?
Yeah, I'll probably dash and then and like set up fairs instead. So like yeah, it's like a less committal way, but still keep the pressure going. Okay, so you drift like perfectly out of their range, so they can't really hurt you. You can wave dash out of shield. So like here, if you wave dash out of shield to the right,
Thank you,
that's
too.
pretty good for you because then they will probably either up to or bear, and you can and if you guess which one, you kind of just destroy them. You could after that, so you wave dash away out of shield to the right. You could dash to the right and then set up your own bear, and then if they do a bear, you just bear around it or something like that. But yeah, sort of similar stuff with that. So like they cross up here, you could just wave dash away at a shield, and then if they bear afterwards, you just like F tilt it. You can crouch after your wave dash, and then you see the bear and you F tilt it, or grab it. But yeah, after that you could buffer roll. So you can, but other than all that, you can also just buffer roll. You can buffer roll. You buffer roll there. You could buffer roll here. You buffer roll there. You can buffer roll here, and then none of that would have happened.
Yeah, I've noticed
it's
that
honestly like
there's been
fine to
times
just
where I
buffer
played
roll.
against Falco and Pappi specifically where I am going to buffer roll every time he touches me, basically, and then just nair the ones that I can obviously nair, shield grab the ones I can obviously shield grab, and that does work extremely well. If you get a better habit. But I get caught all the time, like either trying to move out of shield or trying to grab or something, and his pressure is just too good.
Yeah. So like when you it's
For that at least.
it's sort of like Sheik's chump check where like you just kind of like you punish certain things, but like then the Falco's like, oh, if I push buttons a little better, then you can't actually do that. So then rolling becomes better, or the wave dash, like I mentioned.
Oh, that was hot.
Uh,
Oh, but that back air looks like it's not hot. I can already tell.
Ooh.
Oh, never
Oh
mind.
god, yeah, it was
But
definitely
it
definitely a
unnecessary.
little scary. Okay, so what do we have to say about this? So you have tilted them out of the sky. I've never done that in my life. I think I would just up tilt.
I saw that up till I was like, oh, that was
uh,
crazy.
yeah. Uh,
I think I did
you're
that.
probably
That was
trying
like
to
kind of
up
talking about
tilt.
like
Yeah.
you kind of mentioned that against Peach. Like you can like aerial them and then like tilt underneath them to try and catch them coming down. I think I was like trying to do something similar, like move, try and
Yeah.
get Pappi to want to come down on top of me and catch him coming down.
Mm-hmm. Uh. Okay. Oh, yeah. You just gotta got a shield there. Oh, he's dead.
He is.
Yes. Okay. So I think just like a little bit cleaner mix-ups. So like you're on the platform. You could do like some sort of shield drop thing, or a wave dash or like a roll. And as soon as I see this, I would run off and set up bears. But you shield again, right? And like he went up there and you had enough time to like not buffer roll or buffer shield again. But you didn't see it, and then because of that you couldn't dash because you were shielding, so you don't have access to dash anymore. Like right here. So like if you could dash to center and then just bear him a million times, that'd be great. Uh, Okay. This is fine. Okay, so you're definitely so you actually like kind of like outplayed them pretty hard to like just get center. So you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this. So you did this waveland in place, and then you drop back down, which is really good. And then you go around, and then you just like completely outmaneuver them. And now you have center. And now, just like you always do, you don't use the center. You run to the corner. I don't know why you did that. uh, but yeah. So like, I would probably stay here a little more, and then like play some bear mix up or something like that. But then you like do this full hop, and then you needle like one specific spot, and then you also leave even harder. So now it's just like this is like a very bizarre thing to see. If you like pause the match and look at this, I'm just like, what happened here to make these people so far apart? But and then
And
you
it's
do this
just me
dash
running
dance
away.
thing.
I do that when I'm nervous to make me feel like I'm doing something. I feel like.
Yeah, it's just hard. Mainly it's too fast. And then you boost grab like, and then like it's pretty clear like you boost grab like randomly. Uh, yeah, I don't even know what to say. Yeah, it's kind of definitely like a panic boost grab. A decent charking. Oh wow, you can shit grab that, huh? Ooh. Yeah. I think the edge guarding. Well, you already know how to make the edge guards better, so I can't really say too much. Yeah, and it's harder on net play for sure. Okay, so what happened here? This is kind of sad to see because I don't think they did too much. So you did this. I think you did this needle flicker that didn't need to happen. You could just turn around and then bear. I think maybe full hop bear, and it would just tip her, and they would die. Uh, okay, so you're in an awkward position. After I roll to the right and I see this awkward position, I'll probably just roll back to the left, honestly, because you can't really wave dash when you're on the edge of a platform unless you do a frame perfect wave dash. Otherwise, you'll like do an air dodge. Similarly to when you roll to the ledge, you can't do a wave dash. That's not frame perfect, otherwise you'll die, even if it's to the right.
So wait, which? Sorry, I know what you're talking exactly, like the mechanic you're talking about, but what situation did you start with? Not the ledge one, but the other one.
Oh yeah. So you rolled on this platform and you saw
Oh,
this like awkward spot. I would probably just roll back. I'm like, oh, this is
okay.
disgusting. I
I see what
hate
you're
this, and
saying.
I would just roll back to the left because you can't like wave dash out a shield unless you're comfortable with the perfect wave dash. Probably. Uh, Yeah, so then they just hit you in the face, and then this is also a very awkward spot, but I guess it worked out. And then you take this. Imagine if you like ran up and took some space, and then you set up like a full hop. That would have been sick, right? Uh, but say you just ran at them, and they kind of just hit you in the face. And you did a panic down air, and they killed you. So that was like they outplayed you kind of like once, and then like you kind of did the rest yourself. So this happened. Yeah, the way they outplayed you was literally by daring in place. But they didn't really outplay you because if the dare doesn't work, it's a very safe option for Falco, right? Like if they dare in place and it doesn't work, they could just do something afterwards, most likely, even though it puts them at a little bit of lag. But you like ran up from the corner into them. Uh, but imagine if you took a little bit of space and you set up like jumps, or you set up like a full hop, or you set up like something else, like way dash back, something like
Anything.
that.
Yeah.
That's probably like a better thing instead of like running out all the way out of the corner just at them. So they didn't actually do much. I don't think they like outplayed you like in any real way. They just kind of like did a dare and it happened to hit as you ran in. Uh, Ooh. I think dash attack's better than down tilt there.
I wanted F tilt right there, 1,000,000%. I get F smash a lot trying to F tilt.
Makes sense. So here I think dash attack would have been cash money. Yeah,
That's
that
where I want
happens
F
a
tilt.
lot. I think the diagonal notch thing helps. Like me never
So
do F
diagonal notch
smash.
for what? Because
Sometimes
I
it
have
helps.
Sheik. I have the same notch as you do on my controller.
I don't have notches, but
Oh, at least like your old NES controller. I think that I had. Did you ever have a notch NES?
yeah,
I
yeah,
think I
yeah.
have like that same controller basically built like similarly with those notches and stuff.
For sure. So here, I just meant the diagonal down forward notch, like not a real notch. For the whenever I F tilt, I do that.
Is it so you're like
So
holding
then,
down?
yeah,
Oh, because
yeah.
it doesn't
Whenever
let
I
you
F
F
tilt, I
smash?
hold down forward, pretty much, unless I'm like punishing and I really don't need to. But yeah, usually my brain defaults to holding down forward to F tilt, and so it's way less likely that this would happen. But okay. That's so sad. You get side beat in the face like a million times. But I do think there's some things on net play that you can improve to edge guard. Like it wasn't just like, oh, you can't react. You also like did a bunch of like you did kind of a bad option. Like remember how you did that needle flicker before, things like that. And here you do this. I think I would needle turn around cancel here and then bear this. Because this needle isn't good because it covers like this only. Right? And if you're wrong, it's like awkward. Okay. So what do they do here? So they kind of just you did a deep dash tech on the shield, you got punished for it. You do this full hop, which sets up really good. Imagine if you drifted fully to the left, that would have been cash money. You could have set up a tipper bear, or you could set up empty land, pretending like you were gonna bear, and you just grab them, or something like that. Okay, they just outplayed you by lasering your bear out of shield. So they did outplay you that one interaction. They kind of just moved on you. Weird dash attack out of the corner. This is all good. Okay, so this is all decent. We're like, so after this happens, this is fine. So you do this. You can maybe wave dash away. You dash. You run up shield into the corner. That doesn't make too much sense to me because like, yeah, I think like you're playing with them here. So why would you put yourself in the corner? You could like wave dash back, or you could set up a jump, or you could dash away and just threaten bear instead, or you could dash dance. But yeah, going here kind of just makes you see you went in the corner just so you could reposition out of the corner, right? But you're already in center, which is the best. You ran away, but then you ran back in. You didn't really need to run away there. So this is the classic. He's going to do the deep aerial. So you could if you hold shield, then you could just shield this after he lasers you, I believe. Ooh, I think you could have reeled back and did like a Ladanus angle. Okay, so there's a good amount of like you being in a bad spot or you being in a good spot, like in the center, and then you just run away from it. Other than that, yeah, I don't know. You kind of just like you could have turned a lot of positions into a good position. It's like they didn't actually do too much to outplay you, if that makes sense. You kind of gave it to them, where you like run into them without actually doing anything, running out of the corner. Yeah, I don't know. And then edge guarding, like he side you in the face a bunch of times. But even though it is net play, I think there's things you could have done better. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes, yeah, definitely. I've wrote down a bunch of shit I can do better so far. It's been listening, but yeah,
Nice. Okay.
like I see you were saying specifically with the edge guarding, because it's easy to be like can't cover side B, blah blah blah, but is stuff I'm doing to optimize those edge guards. I could do to optimize it. Yeah.
Because even so, like you did like you
Swan,
needled that one
baby.
spot, but like you want to react and you want to threaten them with bear so you could like punish it. Actually, the bear would actually be able to hit it, right? And then also before earlier in the game, you did like a dash tech, and then they were up here, like way out here. You could have turned around and then full hop bared, and they would have died. But instead, you did this needle flicker dance, and then you tried to like slap them, and then they like went through you or something like that.
Let's go, Swan. Weren't they hella good, bro? I told you.
Yeah, they kind of
Set the tempo.
beat you by just doing mango aerials the whole game, I think. That is my assessment. So, like, that's why melee can be really frustrating, because, like, a lot of the time there isn't much neutral in it. But,
I just had Kadoran saying that melee is like 99% execution ringing through my head like the last, like, few days to just keep me sane. Because I'm just like, whatever I think I'm doing well just isn't what matters in the game, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, just to keep me sane.
Yeah.
But, like, dude, fuck. I need to, yeah, I think that if I do clean up a lot of, like, if I do the things that I wanted, actually, that's not, I do such shit stuff, too, but there's just points where it feels so good, and then points where I feel like I have no idea what's happening, and that's like I feel like a lot of like dashing.
I do think there's a lot of neutral. Like we talked about a lot of neutral, where like you had center and you ran away from center, you repositioned, but you didn't need a reposition. And then some scuffle situations you could have just rolled out of. So that is all neutral, but it's also like you died for like trying to edge guard them and stuff like that, and so it's like wow, that sucks. But yeah, they kind of all they really did to beat you was they did mango aerials, and then they like did like one there in place, and then they won a couple mix-ups in a pretty smart way. Like they did like that laser to beat your bear. That was pretty smart of them. Yeah, but usually that was kind of just it. And so punish game is what Melee really likes. So yeah.
All right, well, dude, thank you again. I'm pretty excited for Riptide 2 with like all this stuff, and then right now like my pool is like 2 Marths. Calvar will be really hard if I make it there, but it's like the Marths I feel really good about, just in general, and then but also like pools change so often that I'm not even expecting to necessarily be that or anything. I'm not really worried about that at all. That's why I'm just working on the things I actually think I want to work out and not super worried about prepping for anything specific. Right. Well, I am prepping for specific stuff, but not like just because of the event. But yeah, dude, this was fucking sick. I'll let you go too. I know we're going over a little bit, but this was sick.
Yeah, that's sick. Maybe watch what's their name?
Bonfire.
Yeah, Bonfire against Calvar.
Yeah,
that's exciting. I had a bet lesson with Ben yesterday where we went over Pikachu because he has Tyler Swift and Axe, so
cool.
for Riptide. So like, I'm excited to watch it, and hopefully
dude, that could be a
my
wow.
pupils do well.
That is a bracket to have, honestly.
I taught him the sauce, the Axe Sling sauce, so hopefully that happens. But yeah.
Dude, sick. Well, fucking until next time, dude. Thank you again. I appreciate it. These are always fun.
All right.
I'm gonna sack some
no
more
problem.
at some point. But yeah.
Good luck at Riptide.
Thank you. After Riptide, I'll schedule a couple more stuff.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Have
a good one.
Later.
Peace. Good morning. Leave this as a PDF again. Trashman. Spark Notes. Spark Notes? Who remembers Spark Notes? Jo3Dirt and Pappi. Cool. 6:30 lift tomorrow. Gonna have. I just thought I'd stop by, catch you later. Peace, Swan. Hell yeah, dude. I'm so happy for you. I will catch y'all around. Well, not catch y'all around. Okay, cool. And Sparks thing didn't work, so I local recorded it.